So I already started a new book. I think on the 31st of July, I started listening to Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. That was completely random for me. I just thought of it and started listening to it, and it was great. I am still currently around like 45% in, and this book feels like a 5 star to me. It is just so intelligent and so cool. I am so excited every time I go back into reading it. I'm really having the time of my life. And I really cannot wait to go forward every time. It's crazy.
So, sorry about the light. We've been having these wonderful, wonderful rainy days. So, this is what we have to work with. I don't even know what to say. I'm 85% through Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and I have. This book is so good. This book is so good. I was having the worst day of my life yesterday. No, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I was having a really, really rough day, and the book was like stomping on me. It was walking all over me with high heels on. It was killing me, but then it got better. So, I mean, yeah. So, I am really, really enjoying my time reading this book. And I'm taking my time with it, okay? It's been a week since I started it, kind of. And it's slow for my pace, but I've been just savoring it. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. So, I finished Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and I will talk about it later because right now I'm not in the state to 5 stars, if not 6. I don't know. Oh my god. So I need to do the biggest update ever. I had an issue with my phone camera and couldn't really film. So I finished Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. This was definitely the best book of the summer for me. It was a 6-star read. I was gagging the whole time. I laughed out loud the whole time. I cried the whole time. So much. And I hope I kept a bit of the clips that I filmed throughout listening to it, because I did listen to the audio. It was incredible. Just amazing. I have been pleasantly surprised. I am not a space guy. I am not a science guy. I'm not any of that, but I enjoyed it so much. I really did not feel like the author was bragging about how much he knew. I think that it is a requirement to know what you're talking about. So if you want to write a book about space, of course you need to know a lot about space, right? I thought it was great. I thought that he did a great job at explaining stuff, both in the scientific terms, and then at the end of the chapter kind of like wrapping up and telling you in normal English what was going on. I think that was great. I did feel lost a little bit at times, but again, the author helps you to understand it either way, even if sometimes you don't grasp it. So really, really happy about that. Then I decided it was time. I finally started City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. This is the sixth and final book in the Mortal Instruments series, so Shadowhunters basically. This is a 750 pages book, right? And that's why I kind of didn't read it yet. I read all of the 5 books a while ago, and this was the only thing left. I did lose a little bit of interest because of this, and also because there is a ton of materials on this series. In the middle, like between the first and second part of the Mortal Instruments, you have to read the Infernal Devices, which is another trilogy, and I didn't do that. So that's why I was kind of like I don't know, like a little overwhelmed and just stopped. So I think since I own this, I'm gonna finish this and then jump into the Mortal Instruments whenever I get a chance to like get the books, and hopefully not miss out on the experience. I am feeling a little lost, just a tiny bit, because I did look up like what happened in the previous books to refresh my memory, but of course it's 5 books. Of course I'm gonna feel a little lost, but I'm still enjoying it. Maybe I'm not experiencing the most of it, but I'm still having my good time. Since this is a pretty big book, I can't bring it around, especially when I go to the beach, so I decided to, in the meantime, start Rebellion by Cass Morgan, the 3rd book in the 100 series. And I told you I ordered this right away after finishing Day 21, which is the 2nd book. And, you know, for now, nothing really happened. I'm around like 40 pages. Yeah, literally 40 pages, so nothing. Oh, this, I'm around 200 pages. As you can see, I'm like 20% in. This is just a very nice read in the meantime, in the beach. Like, it's a very light read. I'm just going into this without any expectation, just to enjoy my time with it and see what happens, honestly. So I am currently like around 40% of City of Heavenly Fire and about 50% of Homecoming. And my thoughts are that is too long and that is too YA. I am not having the best time. I am planning on finishing Homecoming tomorrow because I'm going on a trip and I'm gonna spend a lot of time on a train. So that is the plan. Since it's really fast paced, I'm just not having the best time. And it's scary because the only books that I think I'm gonna read this month are gonna be like fantasy or like high stakes and everything. So I'm not really excited for that. I don't know if I'm in the mood for that. I'm a little conflicted. I'll keep you updated.
Qualcuno che non ha pagato le ultime rate. C'è anche uno schermo.
I feel like I need to finish this book already. It's becoming really hard not to DNF this. I'm around 80% and it is insufferable. I don't know what drug I was on last month that I enjoyed Day 21 so much, because I really don't think, ow, sorry, dog is going crazy. I really don't think it could have been that different from one book to another. It's just, my problem with this is the writing style, which might be a lot affected by translation, but it really does feel like an annoying YA, and the characters are really annoying, and there are certain deaths that are taking place for shock purpose rather than making sense. I mean, they do make sense, don't get me wrong. It's not like they're completely out of the blue. It's just, was it really necessary? Back to back? That's what I mean. And it is making me question if I really want to finish the series with the next book, Rebellion. Because, I mean, I'm gonna get it secondhand if I do, but so I'm not gonna spend a lot on it. But do I really want to read another book like this? Honestly, what I'm missing is around 40 pages. So I'm just gonna stick to it and just read until I finish this.
So it is a couple days later. I did end up finishing Homecoming. I was a little disappointed with this. Not a little, I was actually really disappointed with this. I did thoroughly enjoy Day 21, which is the second book. This felt more YA than the previous one. For some reason, the characters were being really annoying, and the villain in this was really frustrating to deal with, and I did not like the resolution of it. I didn't think that certain things were necessary, and I don't know if I like the direction this is going in. So I did rate this 2.75 stars, which I rounded up to 3 stars on Goodreads because you can't really do half stars. But yeah, this had me debating if I should read the last book or not, because it would be kind of a pity to leave a series on the penultimate book. But if that is what we're dealing with, I don't know if I want it. Also, I did do a little bit of progress on City of Heavenly Fire. I'm around 60%, and this, I am enjoying this, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it is too long. I think unnecessarily, because it could have been split into 2 books and I wouldn't have to struggle through it, since there's just so much happening in this. It's a good thing, but also a bad thing. I don't know. I am enjoying this though. I will let you know. I also did start another book. I am reading 3 books at once. No, that's not true. I finished that one. But I started reading Nonviolent Communication. This is a self-help book. I am doing an Erasmus later this month. I mean, in September, early September, which is like a very short, but it is about nonviolent communication. We had this book to read, so I am catching up on that. So yeah. So I am currently 80% of the way through City of Heavenly Fire, and it's going really well. I did not expect to be this quick with it. I really want to get through page 600 tonight, and I'm at 550. So that's my goal for today. Honestly, I have not been loving this book. It's not about disliking it, or it's not about hating it. It's very much about, why is this 720 pages long? I just don't think it's ever that serious. So I finished City of Heavenly Fire. This was the brick that I was fearing for years in my bookshelf. I am very, very happy with this. I gave this, I think, 4.75 stars. This because, as I've said in the other clips, I didn't think it was necessary to be this long. I mean, the thing is, we had a few point of views that I didn't think were necessary, and just a lot. That's also true. It's not that they were not necessary. I didn't like a few of the point of views. That I can say. I didn't like Jocelyn's. I didn't like Maya's, just because I don't like them as characters, you know. But this was great. It was a great ending to the series, and it made me so excited to jump into the Infernal Devices, even though I should have done that before, because in the epilogue we did have a few scenes that were screaming, "Oh, you should have read them," you know. Oh, that was a voice crack. So hell yeah. And as you might have seen, I got myself a Kobo. I am so happy. You have no idea. You have no idea how happy I am. I am currently reading the self-help book that I was talking about, and it is Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. Yes, and this has been great for me. Like, the amount of pages that I've read without realizing was crazy. I'm having the time of my life. I'm so happy. I am so happy. If you're debating on buying an e-reader, you should be ethical, because that's important, but you should, because it's just so good. Such a great experience. I feel like I need to do a little update. So I had a couple of shit days. So bad. My mental health was so low, so awful. And so honestly, reading a self-help book during that period of my life, and especially in that mindset that I was in, was not helping at all. Like,
I felt frustrated toward the book and couldn't connect with what was being said, or just couldn't focus on it. So I had to start something new, right? Because I was basically only reading this. And so my best friend, she owns this book ever since we were in high school, because like we all had a reading phase in that time. And so she had this, and I did show a little bit of interest when I was at her house that I wanted to read this because I never have. And so she surprised me. She lent it to me, and I was like, why not? This is very easy. This sounds just very like calm as a read. And so I started Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Finally. So since my mental health was bad, I did not even take any pleasure into videoing my process in it. So I'm almost done with it. This is like, I'm missing less than 100 pages. And what do I think of it? My problem with reading is that I don't read the blurb for it, the summary, okay? So most of the time, I don't know what I'm going for. Most of the time, I open the book and I have no idea what it is about. I just knew of its reputation. I knew that it's classified as LGBT, and that is all I knew. So I went in this expecting a certain thing, and I didn't get a certain thing. That does not make the book bad. It just made the reading experience a little different. I am not sure at this point in the book if I am enjoying it, if I enjoyed it. What I know is that having the really, really bad mindset that I had, I saw myself a lot in Ari, the main character, and that made me tear up a bit every once in a while, like sprinkled in and there a few tears. So I did connect with the characters. I think the characters are brilliant, especially Ari, because he's the one we see the most, because it is told by his perspective. And I have no idea where the story's going. I have no idea, honestly. I did go back and read the blurb for this, and all it says is that these two kids, they just randomly meet because one can swim and the other one cannot. And so Dante teaches Ari how to swim, and they become just best friends. And that is basically what the book is about. And I don't know if I like this absence of a plot, and I don't know if I completely enjoy the author's writing style, Benjamin Alire Science, because it is very, very teenagery, which is, I think I am okay with it because I think it's proper. I think it is adjacent to like who's telling the story, which is not what Andrew Smith was trying with Standoff. That book I hated because it was portraying this 15-year-old as it was just this horny machine with really, really awful attitude. And this is not it. This is way better. This is how it should have been done. So I think I am appreciating it. I'm not used to it. So that's why it's kind of weird for me. So I don't know how I feel yet. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I finished Aristotle and Dante, and I am not sure that I enjoyed it that much. As I was saying in the previous clip, I was not sure how I was feeling throughout the book. I was very close to the ending, and I still hadn't made my mind up, which I think it says a lot. So the plot was, the thing is, I don't think this book was plot driven at all. I don't think there even was a clear plot. I think the center plot was the friendship between the two boys and how it developed throughout a span of 3 years, I think. And I think I'm more for a plot-driven story. Or better, I can also enjoy a character-driven story, as I enjoy Game of Thrones, for example. But if the plot is almost non-existent, then I I lose a little bit of excitement, I think. So what I really enjoyed about this book was the characters. I really, really liked Ari, especially. I liked the parents a lot, and I liked the dog. Yeah, very nice. I liked the Mexican culture that is portrayed in this. The characters are all Mexicans, so there's a lot of that. And I really appreciated it. I think that the story didn't develop the way I thought it was gonna develop, in not necessarily a good way. I think it was a little bit forced. I think that there should have been more signs towards the ending. I mean, that pointed to where the book was gonna end. I'm not sure I am left satisfied. Which is weird, because I think going into the book, I was expecting and hoping for this ending, I guess. Arriving to that point, like reading the whole book, it kind of feels like it's incoherent a little bit. And I didn't like that. So I gave this 3 stars, which is not, it's not a bad book. It's not. And a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people rated it 5 stars. So it must be a good book. I was not a huge fan of it, which saddens me because I really had a lot of expectations on this. I am a little bit disappointed, but it did get me through a tough few days, kept me company, took my mind off of things, and it was a quick and easy read. So if you're looking for that, great. I think this book is awesome. Yeah, I don't think there's much more I can say. Last day here, I'm all packed and I'm waiting for the time to go into the station. So I was reading a little bit and I did just finish Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. As I said, this is the self-help book that I was reading for my Erasmus course. And honestly, I enjoyed it for the most part. Some parts, I'm not gonna lie to you, sounded very dull and unrealistic. And I kind of became resistant to the author in the way that he was showing people praising him and like giving him compliments and appreciating his work and how his methods were successful. I thought that at some points it was kind of unrealistic and annoying. And I don't know, I guess you have to be like either really open-minded or this is all just pure shit, you know? So I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm gonna make more thoughts, like elaborate more thoughts when I discuss it with, you know, the teachers and the professors and the people in the course. But yeah, I think I want to give this like a 3-star, kind of mid. What I can say though is that it did open my eyes a little bit about how I communicate and how I can be empathetic towards other people. So I do think this helped a little bit, which is good. I mean, it's a self-help book, right? So I am going insane. As you can see, I am basically packing up to leave this place forever, which is destroying me emotionally, mentally, and physically. So I haven't had a chance to update the vlog because I started on the train here, which took around 5 hours. So I got like 60% into this book. After starting it on the plane, I can speak. Blackwater number 2. This is the Levee. I think it's pronounced in English. And I finished it yesterday, by the way. This was great. It was way better than the first one. It was way easier to get into this. This basically, I can't really talk much about what happens in this book, of course, because it is a sequel. But the Blackwater Saga, it is 7 books. They're pretty sure they're like 250 pages. And they basically deal with this city, Perdido, in Alabama, I believe, that gets flooded because it is surrounded by rivers, and of course they overflow when there's bad rain. And they find this weird ginger woman who has no business in just surviving the flood in a wet hotel room that shouldn't have been habitable. So everybody wonders who she is, why she's there, what is she looking for in Perdido, because nobody knows her. So everything revolves around that. It is a horror series. It has like paranormal aspects, I would say. This was great. I loved the characterizations and the development of certain characters like Sister. And I really, really enjoyed the ending, how it teased the next book. I did kind of get lost in the end because it started just like focusing on like the business of one of the characters, which I really did not care about. But I gave this book 4.75 stars. I was really happy with it.
So I am reading Not This Is True by Lisa Jewell, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it in August. So that marks the end of the reading vlog. I think I was not expecting it to be as good of a reading month as it was, but I am so proud of myself, and I'm looking forward to finishing this in a couple of days. So it's gonna be included in the next month's vlog, basically. So for now,